movies, what would you like to see the A Quiet Place franchise explore next? That's actually kind of tough, because you want to close out the original, the mainline storyline about this family and their discovery of how to defeat the aliens. But now that we've got the signal, we've broadcast it, it's out there that they have this solution. Okay, what's next? And then with the first two movies, part two picks up right when the first one ended. And even in part two, it's really obvious that the kids are older. The first movie came out 6 years ago. When you're the age of those kids, 6 years is everything. With that little boy, probably 6'2" or whatever by now, or what, I have no clue. But like, obviously he's going to be very visibly older. So you almost have to have a significant time jump. What do you do that make it, how do you tell the story about this family and keep it true to that family, but continue with things? I don't know. I think that's really tough to figure that out. Or maybe it closed, like, they're just spin-offs from here on out. The one thought that I had watching the latest film, and I'll say this. I'll give a spoiler warning. If you haven't seen A Quiet Place Day 1, I'm about to say spoilers. Start at 3, 2, 1. At the end of this movie, we learn that Joseph Quinn's character got on the ship that went to the island at the end of A Quiet Place Part 2. So immediately right there, I was wondering if they were going to do a tag at the end that combined these two stories together. But you can, right there, find a way to merge our two stories, or you do a follow-up to our stories that you have that character and see who he's kind of turned into multiple years into this apocalypse. That's kind of interesting to me. All right, spoilers ending right there. I don't have a pitch for what that was, but I think that's an interesting thing where you can combine the two worlds. Spoilers ended. I think so we've seen small town, we've seen New York City. The next immediate thought is, well, the aliens couldn't have attacked everywhere. So what is life like in the places the aliens aren't yet? Like, what if you're like literally 20 miles away from any town? And so you have this place that is trying to survive that hasn't been attacked yet. And maybe they're fortified. There just has to be places like did the aliens show up with 1,000 ships, and like there has to be spots. And so what does that look like? You play that story very differently, and you could make a war movie out of it. These movies are successful enough. This one right now, biggest opening of the franchise, only cost $67 million. So once again, like I talk about all the time, movies budgets that are too big, and then you have the A Quiet Place franchise. If anything, the budget's too small. Like they could have given this movie a little bit more of a budget very safely, but you maybe do another one that is a little bit bigger of a story. Other thought, what's going on in Japan? What's going on in wherever? Like you pick any interesting different environment and you can go there and you play it out. Some people mentioned even after this film, maybe it's getting a little bit tired. I didn't feel that way. Like I think there's just so many different stories to tell in different places, and the setup of these creatures is good enough that it works, and they keep them just tight enough. They're 90-minute movies. That's great. I love that. Some of the movies are pretty long and it makes it tough to get out. 90-minute movies, that's great. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.